This video will change your entire perspective of going viral and making money on social media, and it's playing the infinite game. It's a different way of going about social media, and I'm going to tell you all about it this video. Before we start, my name is Brian, and what I essentially do is I help you quit the 9-to-5 job and live a free life, and usually I tell you how to make money through social media to do this. I quit my 9-to-5 job 3 years ago. I've been a full-time YouTuber since. I've done a bunch of stuff. I've got a 100,000 subscriber YouTube channel, and I've also started this one to help you quit. So that's why you should listen to me. Anyway, moving swiftly on. You've probably noticed this yourself. There's two types of YouTubers. The first one is authentic, do what they want, and still somehow manage to get long-term success. And the second type is inauthentic. They do basically whatever will get them views. They over-optimize. They do very specific things like opposite colors in the thumbnail, no clips for X amount of seconds. And doing that too much makes their life miserable, which makes them quit, at least a short-term success, because they get lost in the optimization process and forget why they're doing it in the first place. Let's start this case study. We're going to look at a few YouTubers and we're going to dissect what they all have in common and what you can take away from this so you can get the benefits from doing this type of YouTube game, like playing the YouTube game in this way. Moving swiftly on. The first guy that we're going to look at is called Bald Omni-Man. This guy is a gym YouTuber that I discovered a few years ago, and I follow his programs, I watch his videos occasionally, but his videos have unconventional thumbnails. I mean, just look at the thumbnails that I've put there. He has literally no hooks in his videos. He just gets started or talks about something unrelated, then gets to the point. He uses no retention tactics. He has these really long, rambly videos, but he still does well. He's this really unique guy. He shows all of himself on his channel. He talks really unfiltered. He really likes the anime series Berserk. He really makes that clear. A lot of his thumbnails are themed by it. He wears like anime t-shirts in his videos. He really just is his authentic self, does not give a fuck. And this guy has 67,000 subs. He makes about 10k a month. When I looked at his Patreon and then I looked at he probably does some coaching here and there. And he's on 10k a month. He's 2 years into his journey. And just look at some of these thumbnails. The text on the bottom left one, really small. You probably can't read it if you're on the YouTube homepage. He does not care. He just put a funny joke, something he found funny on there. And also look at the title. It's too long. It clips off, but he does not care. Same with the other one. Babe, plastic surgery will get my chest bigger. Cope, load up the bench. And look at the text. The stop bench pressing is literally cut off by the timestamp, which is something you get told not to do. The title, help, my wife keeps groping my pegs. Like, he does not care. He is completely himself. Next guy, Jonas Tyroller. This guy is a complete polar opposite of the last guy. I know about this guy because my other channel that's got 100,000 subscribers is a game development channel, and this is one of the people in that niche. So this guy is a game development YouTuber. He has decent thumbnails, I'll give him that, but he uses minimal retention tactics. He has like the same clip on screen for like 20-30 seconds sometimes. He makes videos on whatever topics he wants. Sometimes they're educational, sometimes they're entertainment, sometimes they're completely unrelated. And the games he makes, he doesn't think about whether it will go viral on YouTube or whether it's a viral game idea. He just makes it because he genuinely thinks it's a good game. Like, look at the game he released. It's literally a game, a platformer game about a snail that has it's got no viral potential that would go viral on YouTube. He just liked the idea and he spent 4 years making that game. Then he released it and that game made about $700,000 to $800,000. And this guy has 195,000 subs. He gets less views than my channel, my game development channel does per video, yet he makes like $500k to $1.5 million per year 6 years into his journey. And that's because he releases a new game every 6 to 8 months. And because he really loves the process, puts all of his heart into making these games, they're always incredibly, ridiculously successful. And of course, the last guy, Sam Sulek. He is the ultimate example of this type of YouTuber. He gives zero fucks. He does any thumbnail he wants. The video starts with him just in his car, probably like 10 seconds of silence right at the start of the video, which is like the biggest sin that you could possibly commit when trying to make a viral video. He uses like zero conventional YouTube advice, literally like absolute Chad. Like, look, that video I put there, the 57-minute one, he literally put a GoPro on a shopping cart, went shopping, recorded the shopping trip, and he got more views on that video than my most viral video that I hyper optimized and spent so much time on. Absolute Chad. And finally, think about the rest of YouTube for a second. The vast majority of people start YouTube, realize they don't get views, and then they naturally try to figure out why. So they look up the conventional YouTube advice, and what that ends up with is they spend literally weeks sometimes making a thumbnail. They spend years hyper-optimizing their attention, obsessing over every detail of that video. They literally, like my videos on my other channel, they don't waste a single second. I literally trim like the smallest things out so that there's literally not a single second in the video that isn't relevant. And you'll notice that a lot of videos that these types of YouTubers make, they exist just because they think the idea behind the video has viral potential. They essentially get lost in the sauce. They lose all the magic of it, and it shows through in the video. They don't really care about the video they're making. All they care about is how many views that video is going to get. And because of that, they don't enjoy the process, they get burnt out, and they don't last long. Jonas Tyroller, the game development YouTuber we spoke about a second ago, gets about 100k views a video. Usually, actually, he gets less than that. But if you think about the type of YouTuber he is, who those views are from. Like, he genuinely has made a community. People genuinely care about him. And he could probably come out with any video that he wanted to, and people would still watch it because he genuinely has fans that he's developed. In contrast, my 3 million view video on my channel sure brought a lot of eyes to it, but it literally got me 0 true fans. It got me about 20,000 subscribers, but the amount of fans I actually got from that, very minimal. So, what do all these people actually have in common? The first thing is that they have picked their passion and they are obsessed with what they do. It shows through in the videos. They genuinely love doing what they're doing. And I think that's more important than retention tactics, good thumbnails, because when someone clicks on that video, they know that that person is genuine and they're making the video for a genuine reason rather than getting views. They're ruthlessly authentic. They just don't care about the conventional advice. I like this. I heard someone say this, and I've actually forgot who it was, but they have the digital body language of an alpha male. They literally just don't care. They do what they want, and they get all the rewards. I actually used to judge these people. I didn't know why they were doing what they were doing. I'm going to be honest with you. The guy that I covered earlier, Jonas Tyroller, I was about 6 months into making game development videos at the time, and I was already getting more views, and I was catching up to him in subscribers. I didn't realize at the time what was happening behind the scenes. All of these people, they do things their own way, almost like they're not even trying, and they end up getting less subs because of it, but those subs that they get are so much higher quality, and because of that, they end up being more successful. And like we've covered a second ago, the money that those people end up getting is actually comparable, if not in some cases more than the people who hyper-optimize for views and subscribers and money. So think about it. Do you really want those numbers anyway? Wouldn't it be better to get less subscribers but have those subscribers be higher quality, because you then actually have a community and it wouldn't even impact your income in the first place? Once you sell your soul to hit those high numbers, you realize that the high numbers are not what you wanted anyway. Those people, the people that we covered, they didn't sell their soul to feed the machine, the viral YouTube content machine. And most importantly of all, they let their heart shine through in their videos. They showed their true passion. You can tell when you watch their videos that there's nothing deeper. They just genuinely love what they're doing and they're sharing that with the world. Those people have looked past money, and because of that, it occurred as a side effect. They stopped caring about the money and the money came to them. I like this analogy. I thought of this analogy. If you're a past gamer or if you're still a gamer, this is the equivalent of someone having one main, like in League of Legends, like one main champion, and they constantly play that one character. Doesn't matter what the meta is, what's good at the moment, they don't give a shit. They just log on in the morning, go on that one character, and they just play him. And eventually, they get so good that they beat everyone anyway. But the difference between them and the people that constantly jump around is that they stay sane. They genuinely enjoy their life and the process, and they keep that success in the long term for those reasons. So the takeaways. All those people did was be really passionate about something. They showed that passion and that heart on the internet. They didn't get affected by that best, latest advice, and they just kept doing their thing like a Chad. They followed their purpose, what their heart told them to do. They didn't give themselves a mental health disorder over views and subscribers. Like, I'm guilty of this so much. Recently, I've been better, but this is really easy to fall into, so be careful. And they didn't fall into trying to be cool. Like, it's really easy to do this. A lot of YouTubers, especially in the self-improvement space, which you're most likely watching if you're watching this video, it's easy to get kind of sucked into what they say and try to be like them. But these people didn't fall for that. They don't try to be cool. They are just themselves. And because of that, they become the cool people that people eventually aspire to be. How cool is that? And they didn't stop. Their heart shows in their videos, and as a result, they received all of the rewards. Not just the money, the views, the temporary stuff that you sell your soul for and eventually want to quit. They received all of the rewards, genuine fulfillment, all the money rewards as well, but the most important part is the fulfillment part. So really, all you have to do to be one of these people is pick a passion, post content, show your heart and authentic self in it, just show that you really care about the thing, and never stop. This is harder than it looks though, because you are going to have to fight demons to do this, especially if you're like me. Because if you're anything like me, you want to be really successful, you want to change the world, you want to make a massive difference, so you think that over-optimizing, hyper-optimizing everything is the best way and fastest way to do that, but it isn't always. And I also wanted to say that people say like there's a new YouTube meta and it's authenticity, but this isn't where YouTube is headed. These people have always existed since YouTube started. PewDiePie is one of those people. He has always existed. And they were always the constant in an ever-changing social media space. The meta always changes. MrBeast, people are copying titles left and right like I did in my last video and it got no views anyway. These people were always there, just making videos for the sake of making videos because they genuinely enjoy the thing they're talking about. And because of that, they have all the rewards. These people are just in the limelight right now because people are becoming sick of this over-optimized MrBeastified content. And eventually, MrBeast content will make a comeback and those people will be forgotten again. But they won't really be forgotten because they're going to be slowly grinding away, enjoying what they're doing and still getting the success. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this way is probably the best way of going about it because not only do you get all the rewards, your soul and heart are fulfilled as well. And until you get the money, you don't realize how important that is. Thanks for watching, bro. I hope you found this video useful and I hope that I can make you understand that chasing the money isn't everything, right? Because once you get the money like I did, you realize that there's another layer to it and that the money wasn't even the point in the first place. And there's a way to get the money while also satisfying your soul in the process. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want you to do because that will lead to self-actualization, which is the highest point in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which if you've done psychology, you know what that is. If you're interested in one-to-one YouTube mentorship with me, link is in the description. I hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you in the next one.